In this video, we're going to go over pre-orders and special orders. This is a feature that's very useful for most media stores. Can also be useful in other stores. Special orders allow you to set up a customer's item that they want to get ordered in, something you don't normally carry. Pre-orders allow you to take down deposits towards products that have not yet been released. In both cases, they can make sure your customers continue to come to you instead of going to one of your competitors. So let's see how these work in the system. So there's a few things you're going to need to do for either a pre-order or a special order. They're both very similar features, but we're going to run through each of them. We're going to start with a pre-order. So the first thing you need is you'll need a customer to make the pre-order for. That's just set up like any other customer in the system, but you do have to use a customer. You cannot use the walk-in customer for special orders because it does have to be attached to somebody. The other is you're going to need an item in inventory that you're either pre-ordering or special ordering. This is the main difference between items. Basically, you can special order anything in inventory, but pre-orders are just an item that you've specifically set up to be a pre-order item, and then it releases. So we're going to start with setting up a pre-order item here. So as you can see, we're in item maintenance, and we're just going to hit add here. And we're going to add a fresh item. So we're just going to call this pre-order sample. So this is a pre-order sample item. And then we're going to go down here. We're going to say, this is $59.99 is the full price that's going to get charged when it comes due. And then the most important part of making a pre-order item is actually to make it a pre-order item. You check the pre-order item box. You check the pre-order date. That is the day on which you are going to start taking deposits for this item. It is not the release date. Your minimum deposit is going to be, either whatever amount you have to put down in order to reserve a copy. So that can be, $5, $10, the full price. You can make it $0 even. They don't have to put a deposit down if you don't want them to, but $5 or $10 are the most common amounts. So you just say $5. And then on street date, that's going to be the release date. And the system actually will enforce the street date. You do have to follow the street date in the system for pre-order items. So let's say this comes out tomorrow. If we do that, then we won't be able to pick it up today. So we're going to see that in a minute here. So we're going to save this item, and then we're going to go to the register. We're going to select ourselves for the transaction. Then we're going to try to sell that item to us. So you'll just say, so you can see here the minimum deposit is $5. The maximum is $59.99. We're just going to make it $5. If you want to be able to collect more than the price as the deposit, there is an option for that. That can be used to take deposits that will cover your sales tax when they pick up, so they don't have to pay anything when they pick up. I'll show where that setting is here in a moment. But right now we don't have that turned on. So we're going to say a $5 deposit on this item. And then if we go and complete the transaction, we'll check it out like anything else. Then we're not going to print a receipt. So if we select a customer who has a special order, it's going to light up yellow. And that yellow indicates that they have a special order, but it's not yet ready to pick up. You don't have it in stock yet. But if we hit this button, we're actually going to see the special order listed there. So we'll see that they have a $59.99 price, $5 deposited. And then we have a few options we can do here. First, we could complete and invoice it. And that's going to actually ring it out and finalize it. And then, it'll take out your inventory. It'll actually make it a sale. For the moment, we can't do that because that item has a street date that is tomorrow. we could cancel and return the deposit to them. So if they've decided they don't want this item after all, you can give them back their $5. They can maybe pre-order something else, hopefully. Or they can put additional money towards the deposit. So let's say they want to put another $10 down. So once we finalized that transaction, we now should have $15 down because we had an original $5 deposit and we just placed another $10 on it. So if we pull that customer back up and take a look here, we'll see that we have $15 deposited towards this $59.99 item. And then we're actually going to go take a look at one other thing. So it's important to note, we have not actually made a sale yet. Special order and pre-order deposits, the closest analog to them is actually a gift card. Customers are giving you money for credit towards a future purchase, but they have not yet made a purchase. So that's why the deposit isn't taxed. And when you go to your sales totals report, and in order to make sure I just include these transactions, we'll just do the ones after this time period. So if we run this report, we should see that we have not actually made $0 in net sales, but we've made $15 in special order deposits. So if we go in and we actually edit that item to make it the street date today so that we can pick it up. So we will say instead of the 22nd, it came out today, the 21st. So now, and then we will actually, we'll put it in stock as well, just to demonstrate the button lighting up green. So now if we select ourselves here, we'll see that the special orders button lights up green because this special order / pre-order, they're both covered by that special orders button, is ready to pick up. So when we go in here now, if we hit complete an invoice, it's going to actually add the transaction to the register. So if we just hit complete here, you'll notice that it is not giving them like $15 off or anything. The $15 will show up on this screen, the payment screen, and it says they paid $15 towards it. So it works pretty much exactly like a gift card would. So now we'll say that they're paying the rest of it here. So we'll say $50 and that it should just ring it out. So now at this point, if we go and look at the report for the sales totals, and we'll do the same thing where we just look at it for this time period of this video. You'll see that we have now made a $59.99 sale with $4.80 in tax. And if we look down at our tender types, we've got $64.79 in cash and $15 in prepaid. So the way that works out is $15 of the cash was actually towards the deposits, and then the rest was when they picked it up. But our sales by tax status, our sales before discounts, our new transaction total, all of those are $59.99 because the special order deposit is not a sale. So for doing a special order, it works pretty much exactly the same as a pre-order, except you don't have to check that the item is pre-ordered. And instead of selling it normally, you just hit the special order button here and search for the item. The pickup can be as soon as you have the item available for them. So this can be really useful, mostly if you're ordering something in. Sometimes people do use it to kind of work as a layaway program because you can make deposits towards an item that's in stock until you get to the money to cover it. So that's a perfectly reasonable use of the feature. So one last note on this, because otherwise special orders work exactly the same as pre-orders once they're on the thing, other than not being limited by the street date. In order to set up the deposit amount, I believe it's under the register options screen here. Yeah, so you just set your percent added to max deposit for purchase orders or for pre-orders and special orders. You just would set that equal to your tax rate typically so that you can deposit. It's not actually called sales tax until they actually pick up the item, but you can add this percentage above on your deposits so that you can have the tax covered when they come in. And in this case, that would make the max deposit work out to be exactly the amount it's going to be after tax. So in this case, if we go in now that we've added that to the max deposit and we try to create that same pre-order, we should see that it is going to offer a max deposit of that $64.79. So it's going to have that $4.80 of tax ready to be covered by the deposit. And that's pretty much it for special orders and pre-orders. If you have any questions, let us know. You can contact us at support@extremepos.com or through our website on ThunderPOS.com. And otherwise, let us know if you have any questions, and have a good day.